We have the Houston Rockets taking on the LA Lakers in a star-studded series with LeBron and AD for the Lakers and the Beard and Brody for the Rockets. It's currently sitting at 1-1. Mike, what are your thoughts on the series?
Well, I unequivocally still think the Houston Rockets are going to take the series. I think that Russell Westbrook has been playing pretty badly to begin with, so the Rockets have still picked up a game despite him playing badly. So what that tells me is once he gets back into form, I don't see how the Lakers can beat him, especially with them being unable to stop the Rockets despite the second best player on that team not performing up to standard. Yeah, I think the Rockets are going to take the series. There's 3 more games left. I'm more willing to bet on their hot shooting than the Lakers, who have shown that they can stagnate at certain times.
All I'll say is 27 straight missed threes in that Western Conference Final, Game 7.
Oh, wow.
That's all I'll say.
He's bringing that up. I still think the Rockets have a better chance of winning, in my opinion. In the first game, dude, the Rockets and the Lakers both had 41 rebounds total for the whole game. The Lakers are full of big men. They should be doing better than that. Even the second game, I'm pretty sure the Rockets had only like 3 less rebounds for the entire game. I mean, have you heard the saying that rebounds win championships? I'm sure you guys have heard it. And if the Lakers, who are full of bigs, can't rebound, then that's a bit worrying to me.
Look for me, I'm taking LeBron the Lakers. I think we saw in Game 2, LeBron flicked that switch. He had 28, 11, and 9, 4 steals, 2 blocks. I think this series massively comes down to how Russell Westbrook plays in the remaining games. I think going 1 from 5 from 3 in Game 1. It was blocked 7 times in Game 1. I thought that was quite an interesting stat. But one of the keys, I think, for the series is Rajon Rondo coming back. In Game 2, he had 10 points, 5 steals, 9 assists, 1 turnover, with a plus-minus of plus 28. Rondo was the difference in Game 2, and kind of his main big man who helped him out was Markieff Morris, having 16 off the bench, 4 or 5 from 3. If this shooting continues from the role players of the Lakers, I can't see them losing this series.
So you're relying on Rajon Rondo, who's past his prime, and Markieff Morris to win your series. That's extremely worrying. Look, it's all about crunch time. Lakers cannot hit their free throws in crunch time. We've seen that. We've seen Bron brick multiple free throws towards the end of games. And like you said, no lead is safe with the Rockets. So I think every game will be a fight to the death. And ultimately, the Lakers in crunch time, they just can't hit their free throws. So the Rockets will always be right there, ready to pounce and take the lead.
Eric Gordon, PJ Tucker, all those guys have scored about like around 10 to 15, like a decent amount of scoring was being done by the role players of that team and the surrounding players, which is good to see, unlike the Lakers, who pretty much the entire offense is just LeBron and AD.
And like I said, all of these games are going to be close. And, it might even come down to like the last shot for most of these games. And I think that I trust the Rockets shot creators more than I trust the Lakers shot creators.
Like, who would you take, Mike? Would you take PJ Tucker or LeBron taking your game winner? Earth on the line.
With the earth on the line, I'm unequivocally taking PJ Tucker 100% of the time. He's 57% from the field in crunch time. That's a proven stat. He's one of the best pocket corner 3 shooters. He's the German League MVP. He's the Israeli League MVP in 2008. This guy is a proven winner. He's a champion. And he has proven that he can make that corner 3 shot. Can LeBron say the same? He has a reputation of losing those big games. He has a reputation for choking in the clutch. Does PJ Tucker? No, he doesn't. He's a proven winner.
9 finals doesn't happen by itself. The 3-6 record, I mean, apparently that's all LeBron's fault. But then,
yeah, I mean, it is, mate.
PJ Tucker over 1.5 threes is just lock it in. It happens every game. But for me, it's It's playoff time. Like LeBron's taking that last shot all day.
The best shooter with a J in his name isn't LeBron James. It's PJ
no.
Tucker, mate. And it's not even James Harden, mate.
Yeah, I think all these games will be super close. Lakers, I mean, they were a 1 seed for a reason, right? But the Rockets, man, I've said it before in the past. They have gone to the Western Conference Finals the last 2 years against one of the greatest teams of all time, and they've really given it to them. Unless you can tell me the Lakers are as good as those Durant Golden State Warriors, then I might concede the argument. But the Lakers with old LeBron simply are not as good as them, and I think the Rockets will, the Lakers will put up a fight, but the Rockets are going to win the series.
Do you have a score prediction? You're saying 4-3, 4-2, 4-1?
I think it's going down in 7. There's no way it doesn't go down in 7.
We know how Harden and Westbrook step up in Game 7.
Exactly. They beat OKC and won.
Oh.
Yeah, mate. I mean,
And
that's not wrong, mate.
AP, you got any final thoughts on the series?
Harden will drop over 30, mate, every game now. I just know it. So whatever his line is, mate, just jump on the over 30.
For me, I'm taking the Lakers win Game 3, potentially drop Game 4 or 5, but I see the Lakers winning in 6. 4-2 to Lakers.
I guess we'll see what happens over the next week. Go Rockets.